Okay, so this is New York Times Sudoku card for October 18th, 2024. This is my walkthrough, and you can play this Sudoku from the link in the description. Okay, let's get it going. The first thing first, let me place some singles. I can place 8 in box 4 because this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks here. That leaves only this cell for 8 in box 4, and I can place 3 in box 6 because this 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here. That gives me 3 here. Now this 3 blocks these cells in box 5, this 3, these 2, this 3 blocks here. That gives me 3 here. I can also place 3 in box 7. This 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, and that gives me 3 here. Now here are 2 3s, they block like this, and this 3 blocks this one, gives me 3 here, and that should give me 3 in box 2, because this 3 blocks here, this 3 blocks here, and this 3 blocks here, and that's the last 3. Okay, and at this time, it's a bit tricky, but I can, there's a double in box 4. To find that, first let's look at where I can place 1 in box 5. This 1 blocks here, this 1 blocks here. So 1 in box 5 will be here or here. That means 1 cannot be placed here in box 4, and this 1 blocks this cell. So in box 4, 1 will be here or here. And now here's 5, which blocks these 2. That means 5 will come in either here or here too. So these two numbers can be placed only here or here. That gives me a double of 1 and 5 here. So now I know the 3 numbers that I can place, that will fill these 3 cells. That would be 4, 6, 7 in some order. I don't think I can solve that part yet. So let's look at here, because these are 1, 5 double. Now I know 2 numbers that will fill these 2 cells. That will be 4 and 7. That tells me, combined with this 4, which blocks this here, this cell here, it tells me 4 will be here or here, but doesn't go much further than that. So let's look at column 1. Now I have 4, 7 double here, meaning I know 3 numbers that will fill these 3 cells, and they will be 1, 6, and 9. And now this cell is blocked by 6 and 9. That gives me 1 here. That means these are 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so there's only 1 cell where I can place 8 on this row. This cell cannot be 8 because of this 8. This cell cannot be 8 because of this 8. And this 8 eliminates this cell, so 8 has to be placed here. Now I have 4, 5, 7. Yeah, I don't think I can solve that one either. Maybe I'm just missing something, but let's move on. Now I can place 1 in box 9 because this one blocks here, this one blocks these, and this one blocks here. So 1 comes in here. Okay, now what will be the next step? 4, 6, 7, 4, 5, 7. Oh, okay, I can place 2 in box 9. 2 here blocks this cell, this 2 blocks here. So 2 in box 9 will be here. Now this 2 blocks these cells in box 6, and this 2 blocks here, this 2 blocks here. So that gives me 2 here. Now that means I can place a double in box 5 because okay, these 3 cells cannot be 1 or 2 because they are here, and this cell cannot be 1 or 2 either because of this one, and also there's a 1 in this double, so this cannot be 1, and this 2 blocks here, so these 4 cells cannot use 1 or 2. That leaves only 2 cells for 1 and 2 in box 5, so they will use these cells. And well, double means no other number can use these 2 cells. That means 4 blocking here means, because these cannot be 4, 4 in box 5 will be here or here. In turn, it will block this cell from being 4. Gives me 7 and 4. That means I have, because here are 1, 2 double, now I know 2 numbers for these 2 cells. That would be 5 and 7, and 5 is here. Gives me 7, and this will be 5. This 7 blocks these cells, and this 7 blocks here. That gives me 7 here. And now I know 2 numbers that will fill these 2 cells because that's what's missing. Because of this column, 4 and 6 are missing from this column, so this is 4, 6 double, and that leaves 5 for this cell. Okay, so now, yeah, this 7 blocks here. Again, this is 1, 2 double, so 7 has to come here. These will be 4, 5, 6 triple. I don't think I can solve that, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. 2, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, so this column is missing 2, 5, 6, 8, and there's only 1 cell that's not covered by 2. This cell is blocked by this 2. This cell is blocked by this 2, and here's another 2 that blocks this cell. That gives me 2 here. And now these 3 cells are down to 5, 6, 8, and 8 here blocks this cell, 8 here blocks this cell, so 8 has to be here. And now this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks these, so 8 comes here, this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks these. This 8 blocks here. That gives me 8 here. And that should give me, yeah, there are 8 eights. So, yeah, 8 should be able to be placed in box 8. And this 8 blocks here. This 8 blocks here. So that gives me 8 here. One, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so now this column is missing 1, 4, 5, 7. And let me put all of them here, because it's actually a naked single here. It's blocked by 1, 4, 5. So this is actually 7. That gives me, yeah, that will give me 7 here, because this 7 blocks here. That means 7 will be here, oh, here or here in box 8. And that means these cannot be 7, and the 7 and the 7 here blocks these. That gives me 7 here. Now 5 blocks here. This 5 blocks here. Gives me 5 here. And now 6 blocks these. Gives me 6 here. And these will be 2 and 9 double. And because 2 is a part of this double, this cannot be 2. Gives me 1 and 2. Oh, and these are 4, 5, 6 triple. Oh, that's what's missing from this box and from this row. And these 5 and 6 blocks this cell. Gives me 4 here, which blocks these. This 4 blocks here. Gives me 4 here. That gives me 6 and 4. And the 4 and 4 block these. Gives me 4 here. 4, 4 blocks these. Gives me 4 here. 4 blocks here. This 4 blocks here. Gives me 4 here. And 4 here. 6 and 9. And the last number of this box is 6. That gives me 9, 1, and 6 here. Okay, 5, 1. This is 5. Oh, this has been 2 already. And this is 9. 6 is here, so this is 5. This is 6. And this is 5. This is 7. Yeah, 1, 9, 9, 7, 6, and 2. Okay, here it is. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one.